Welcome to Pure Mind Magic, the show to evolve your mind. Our mind is the most powerful thing we have, but no one teaches us how to use it. When we find out how, we're ready to create magic in life and in business. Learn real mindset secrets from brilliant minds around the world to change your mindset and income level forever. With every decision you make, you create your future. What is your next move? Now, welcome your host, international magician, speaker, and podcast performance consultant, Jennifer S. Royal.
Hi, this is Jennifer S. Royal, and welcome to a special Saturday episode on the Pure Mind Magic podcast with the Queen of the Sales Success Mindset, Christine Schlonski from Berlin. We actually met in person, and she has just an amazing energy and seems to know everything about sales. She is really good in selling and she loves selling. This is why she created her own podcast with the title Hard Sells. So today you will learn how you can change your sales mindset too and see all the positive aspects of selling and becoming better at selling to become more successful with your business. Christine is also the creator of the Sales Mentality Makeover Masterclass, where I have the honor to be one of the main speakers. This is an online event you can join for free. It's happening now in May 2019, and she has a lot of big names gathered together to make you better in selling and improving your mindset. So you don't want to miss this. I will leave a link directly in the show notes below this episode so you can sign up for free and join us there in May. Can't wait for you to get all the insights and learn even more around selling and how to sell even high tickets. So get ready today, lean back and prepare for an amazing interview learning about the sales mentality and why sales is love. Christine has all the answers for you, and here she is live from Berlin, Christine Schlonski. Hi, Christine. Welcome to Pure Mind Magic.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. I'm so excited to be here.
Perfect that we can do it the other way round today. I had the great honor to be on your show, not the Sales is Love. I have this here as well, but the Hard Sales is your podcast that is really amazing and so inspirational. And I have so much cool stuff to talk to you about today. But before we dive into all of my questions, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah, well, thank you. And I was so excited to have you on my show because you delivered such amazing content. So I can only invite everybody to have a listen to what you have shared. And so I work with heart-centered, driven entrepreneurs who just love what they do, but who are, afraid of selling, or selling just doesn't feel good to them. And I support them with inspiration, motivation, strategies to really own their sales power, to step into that confidence zone and to enjoy sales, to make sales with ease, grace, and confidence so that they can serve more people and that they can have a bigger influence, also get more money in the bank so they can have the lifestyle and business they truly, truly love.
Very cool approach. And coming back to what's said on your website, sales is love. And that is so true. But the interesting thing is everyone loves shopping, but no one loves selling, or almost no one. So that's really interesting. And there are a lot of negative beliefs about selling and being manipulative and all that. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. And me as a magician, I sell illusions all the time. So I sell to people things that don't exist, that you can't see, everything like that. But I know, Christine, you are the absolute expert. So what would you say? Why is selling so important? And coming back, why is selling love?
Great questions. And you're right. Like sales is love is definitely something that people sometimes, well, often have a hard time to relate because it just doesn't feel good. So sales is so important for everyone, especially entrepreneurs, because they have these amazing gifts they want to share with the world. And if you have these gifts and you kind of hide them because you don't make offers, you don't approach people, you don't tell people about your amazing gifts that can help other people to really transform their lives, maybe even to the extent where it might save a life. That is the most important thing. And also, if you don't sell, then, well, you don't make any money. If you don't make any money, then, you can't do what you want to do in your life. So sales is really, truly the backbone of each business. And without it, we just don't have a business. We have a hobby. So I think the question is that you need to ask yourself as an entrepreneur, or maybe as somebody who wants to be an entrepreneur, am I ready to give my gifts to the world, to have the conversation with a potential client, to really, really serve? You mentioned earlier, like the manipulating people. And I think it's true. That's where the bad taste comes from when we hear sales or when we think of sales, because we all have had bad sales experiences. But when you have the right intentions and you want to share your amazing gifts with the world, then sales is love, because you're supporting other people on their journey. And I mean, there's no better thing than doing that, than spreading and giving that love to them for the exchange of money that allows you to have the lifestyle you desire.
That was a really good description. What would you say? What is the sales success mindset? Because you have this amazing title of Queen of the Sales Success Mindset, but where is sales actually connected to mindset?
Well, it all starts in your head anyway, and you as an illusionist or magician, you know that. You have to get really, really clear in your mind first, and what you can see in your mind, then you can put that into reality. So a lot of people have a sales mindset, right? They have ideas about what sales is, and for most of the people, sales doesn't feel good. They don't have a good sales mindset. They think, well, selling means taking away from other people, taking their money and run, so to speak. And so the mindset is just not good, and it's not supporting them. It sabotages their journey, their companies or their endeavors, and switching into a sales success mindset where you truly serve with the best intentions, where sales is love, and where that mindset supports not only the journey of your customers, but also your own journey, because you can be successful with what you do. That is where I created that term, sales success mindset. And then when clients actually started to call me the queen of the sales success mindset, because I was coming back to that as a starting point when we created packages for their business, or when we created a strategy. You have to start with a mindset first, because what you think, your thoughts will create your emotions, and your emotions will determine your actions. So if you start with a mindset piece and make that successful, all of a sudden you feel so much better about sales, even to the point where you can enjoy sales. And then with this joy, you are able to create different actions. And with different actions, you get more success in your life by just serving more people.
Perfectly said. Makes so much sense and brings the sales really full circle and why it is so important what we think about it, and we radiate that out what we think. And a lot of those things really have to do with our beliefs. And of course, most of them we picked up as a child and they stay there until we become entrepreneurs, what can be really difficult sometimes for a lot of people. So let's look a little bit on your backstory, Christina, because you come from a field what I would consider the masterclass of sales, because you sold in the industry, in the corporate field, high tickets or events with high tickets. And this is really, as I said, the masterclass, because you have to be able to close deals where it's about a lot of money. So what did you learn from this experience, and how did it help you to transform in being an entrepreneur yourself?
What a great question, Jennifer. So when I started out on my journey, I never, ever intended to be in sales. Right? Because I had that bad sales mindset, like, sales is, something with taking money and maybe you can't deliver, or maybe the product is not good enough, and like all these things going on in my mind. But then I had this amazing opportunity to work at a company I really wanted to work at. And the only position they offered me was in sales. So I had to make a decision. Do I give it a try, or, am I not going for that opportunity? So I gave it a try, and I learned about the product, about the procedure, like how to pitch and everything. And I was really hardworking. So I was successful because I put in that much effort. And also I wanted to learn all the time. But then it came to a point where I kind of felt stuck, where I felt I couldn't really move forward with this job anymore. And I decided not to just leave, because I figured, I might go somewhere else, but I might bump into the same issues or challenges. So I became a coach to, get coaching to understand more about people and how they think, how they react, like the psychology of things. And with that, I was able to put that sales and coaching world together. And in that moment, I was allowing myself to be like more me on the phone, to have actually fun conversations. My revenue doubled and tripled. And I was, a much better team leader for my teams, and everything just really took off, which was super exciting. And so that's basically the journey. And then it came to the point where I thought, I'm making so much money, like millions for other people. And I'm still on a schedule that is not aligned with what I would love to create in my life. And I decided to take the leap, to make that famous jump and to become an entrepreneur. And at the beginning, it's funny because I was a little bit resistant in teaching sales because I thought, now I'm on my own. I have to create something new. And I had all these ideas. But every time that I coached, that I supported an entrepreneur or another coach, I always gave sales advice. And I could see in their eyes, from the action, from, the smile that appeared on the face, that I must say something that's truly, truly valuable to them. And, with the feedback over time, and some masterminding and coaching, where I got coached, I decided that I really need to teach what I have learned over the past decade. I didn't want to throw that away, because I knew with over 80,000 cold calls and really listening to people, tuning in, I had something of value to share that other people wouldn't even know where to start at. So that's how it came about that I decided to be an entrepreneur, to have my, time freedom, to just create what I wanted to create, and to serve in a way that feels just good to me, feels totally aligned, and that gets the client's results.
Very good and very inspiring. So in case someone is listening and is interested in working together with you and getting you as a sales coach, how can they best reach out and connect with you?
Well, there's all the social media, but they could just send me a message to info@christineschlonski.com. And then I'm happy to start a conversation. And what might be really important to know is that I do have conversations with potential clients first, especially if we're talking one-on-one work, because I only take on board my so-called soulmate clients, where I know after the conversation that, it's 100% aligned. I can deliver. They are the perfect coachee, the perfect mentee, and they will take the steps they need to take to make their business a success.
That's an awesome approach. And I will put that in the show notes below this episode, because for everyone listening outside from Germany, your name could be kind of a challenge. So
yes,
we make sure that people get it right. Let's talk about your fantastic event that is coming up, your Sales Mentality Makeover Masterclass. And here also I have the honor to be part of it this time. So you have a couple of experts involved there to create this one-of-a-time masterclass. Can you share some secrets here on the show?
Yeah. So I created the masterclass to support people with their sales, their mindset, their money and wealth creation. So the masterclass covers all these topics. And I have different experts really teaching a topic, going deeper and giving valuable advice that when the entrepreneur takes it and puts it into action, they will actually see results. And this year, it's already the third masterclass. So I'm super, super excited about that. I'm super excited to have you on the show as well. And we have amazing topics that we are going to teach about selling with purpose, selling, with the right mindset, asking high ticket, because often it is the money piece that entrepreneurs have to figure out as well. Like, what can I charge? And how does it feel to me to ask for the money, right? To put maybe a higher ticket and ask for a couple $1,000 or maybe 5 or 10,000 or even more. Like, how does it feel? And where are they on the journey? So they will get amazing advice of really successful entrepreneurs who have mastered their game in selling, who have inspirational stories. Some started out with nothing and created multi-million empires in a very short period of time. Obviously, they were dedicated. They put in really hard work. But I want to inspire people and show them that everything is possible, right? Like, you will show them that out of nothing, out of the illusion, you can create something that is real, right? You can make something appear in your life that you did not think was possible.
So nicely said, Christina. And these are my keywords. Everything is possible. And I'm sure we both will make that during this masterclass. So you foremost, and I can be one piece of the puzzle there to help everyone. So to make it really clear, because we were talking about clarity, how is it possible for the listeners to attend this event, and when exactly will it happen?
So first of all, I have a little surprise for the listeners. There will be a special kickoff event on the 30th of April where they can join live in a closed Facebook group, and I'm happy to give you the links so you can put them up as well. And yeah, I'm just gonna say there will be involved a big German city, and there will be involved the Brandenburg Gate. There will be involved a bottle of champagne, and then we just are gonna have a really amazing Facebook live stream where we kick off the event, and where I'm gonna give people some value right away. So it would be wonderful if they can join either live in person, if that's something, you are in Berlin or you're planning to come to Berlin. On the 30th of April, Brandenburg Gate would be the perfect place to be with a glass. I got the champagne. And then the masterclass itself starts on the 15th of May for 10 days, where people are giving amazing content. So it's really a class, no promotion, just teaching. And then obviously the links so you can connect with those experts if you want to take it further.
That sounds really mystical, what you are doing there on April 30. So interesting. I will follow that live because I will be in Munich at that time. But I will see, or I will watch what you are doing there. So, and we got it. So the masterclass actually is starting on May 15th, 2019. And to get this also out of the way, Christine, how about people listening after this time to this episode? Is there anything they can still get out of it? Will it be somewhere online, or is it best to apply for the following masterclass?
Yeah, I highly recommend to join live. And and there will be an opportunity where you can add all those classes to your own success library. So it's going to be available at the same link. So if you are listening and the masterclass has already passed, please watch out for the next one. Or if you want to have all these classes in your success library, there just go to the page. There will be a link where you can make that possible.
Perfect. So I will share it in the show notes. And as I said, I'm proud to be part of it this time and can't wait to do it with you. And you mentioned the library. So I'm a huge fan of a library. So I'm building mine on a daily basis. So I'm really collecting books from all over the world, because it's said that the most successful people on this planet are those with who read a lot and who have their own library at home. Christine, is there a book you have in mind that you could recommend here on the show concerning sales, mindset, or maybe a combination or both?
There definitely is. So one book that was very influential for me when I started to really align sales from the heart, really giving myself the permission to connect people, to make sure that even somebody did not buy from the company I was working for, to help them to achieve maybe a connection that could help. And that philosophy, that permission came through a book called The Go-Giver. And it's a book written by Bob Burg and John David Mann. It's a beautiful, inspirational story. It turned into a whole book series. So now there are even 4 books around the Go-Giver. They are called Go-Giver, Go-Giver Sell More, Go-Giver Influencer. And I just really recommend these books because they are written in a very beautiful way. They're super inspirational, and they made a big difference to my view on sales. And if you really want to sell from your heart, I highly recommend the Go Giver. Start there and then, build your way up by getting book by book, but really read the Go Giver and the principles of the Go Giver. You will definitely love it.
Very good and very helpful. Christine, when it comes to sales, I think one of the biggest mistakes people make is they are listing all the features of a product or service instead of the benefits. Why is that? And why is it so important to focus on the benefits when you are selling?
What a great question, and so helpful if people are listening right now and they don't focus on the benefits. So what you have to realize is that somebody listening to you, somebody who wants to understand what you can do for them, wants to know what's in it for me, right? And if you just tell them, well, we're going to have 5 calls each Monday at 5:00. It's going to be a call for 60 minutes. And then you get some homework. That doesn't resonate. It's not touching any emotions. It's not creating emotions. It's just the delivery part. And for most people, it's not that important. They want to know what happens if I work with you. How will I change, or what will change in my life that it's worth investing with you? So talking about the benefits, about what the product or service does for them, like this helps you to sell more, to add money to your bank account, to feel happy in a sales conversation, to have a fun conversation instead of a sales conversation. It's going to help you to totally shift and transform your mindset around sales so that you can, in every situation, have a wonderful communication, a dialogue, a connection, a deep connection, and still sell at the end and feel amazing doing so. Right? That's so much more important because now the person can see, oh, I'm going to feel amazing when selling. Wow. Right now my stomach turns and I want to run away. That's a transformation. And by showing people what's possible, it's inspiring them, it's motivating them. And then how you deliver it, it's just a second priority. Right? I care about what do I get out of it, so I know that my money is well invested and that I will have results. And then how you get the results in what kind of delivery is just not that important. So in case you are focusing on the delivery, just please shift to the transformation and be really clear of how you can support that person and what they are going to get out of it as a success story, as a win, as a different way of life maybe, or different lifestyle. What can you, or how can you support them to make their dreams come true?
That sounds really inspirational. Let's see. What would you say, Christine, you as the sales expert, what are your best 3 tips to sell a high ticket product or service?
Well, first of all, it's being really, really, really clear what you can deliver, right? You don't want to sell and then, you can't deliver. So being really, really clear on those benefits, on how you can help transform the person is number 1. Number 2 is to be clear that your own value, what you think the other person might expect, is your own point of view. So there is a difference between your own value and the perceived value of the customer. And I think that's one key for high ticket sales, is that the customer is in such a pain or has such a big challenge that if you can solve that for them, it's life changing. And even if it appears for you to be so easy, because that's your gig, that's what you do, that's your expertise. For them, it is so, so difficult and hard. So they will perceive a different value, like a bigger value than you might perceive, because it's your gift, it's your talent. You could do it all day long, even without getting paid. But for them, it's life-changing. So getting clear on what do you see as your value and what is your customer seeing the value is. And then putting that together so you can package or you can ask for the price you truly want to ask. And then also like really going out and making sure, as point 3, that you are talking to the right people. And that means you need to know who your ideal customer is and who it is exactly, so that you can make sure you only work with people that you truly enjoy, that you not only giving all your amazing gifts, but you also receiving the fun part, the part of being fulfilled, of being happy, where you're really excited when you see their name in your calendar, that you are really looking forward to having this amazing interaction and to just serve them with, every cell in your body to make sure that they have this wonderful experience with you that then transforms their lives.
Great advice, and makes so much sense to really approach that with these positive vibrations and feeling good even before you have the appointment with someone. So for everyone who is a coach or consultant, why is it better to sell packages instead of single sessions?
Great question. I would not even limit it to a coach or to a consultant. I would include basically every entrepreneur. So what I see, especially with coaching, consulting, or therapy or whatever, like it's like going to the gym, right? When you sign up to go for the gym, you cannot expect that your body transforms and you get your 6-pack after one session. Right? It's an ongoing process, and it's something that develops over time. So with selling coaching packages, first of all, you are not trading your hour or your hours for dollars or euros or whatever your currency is. You're making sure that you give a container to your potential client, that in this container, there can be this growth, this development, this transformation. And, you're charging for the outcome. You're charging for the result, for the transformation, and not how many hours you put in. So if you can truly serve.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you can truly serve a person during like a certain period of time, then you can charge whatever amount. And you don't need to break it down to the hour, because they are paying for the outcome. And the outcome is success, is a better life, is feeling more fulfilled, is having fun with sales. So that's the outcome. So once you charge for the outcome, for their success, then and you can deliver that in a short period of time, that adds value to all of the people, to you, to your clients, and makes life so much easier, because we are limited. We only have 24 hours in a day, all of us. And if you look at successful people, they always offer packages, and they stop trading hours for dollars.
I see. That was really nice described with this selling the outcome. And I think this is really like the magic key here, because everyone is interested in getting results, and doesn't help when you do like 10 sessions with them and nothing happens, and you can't take them from point E to or point A to point B. So that was perfect. And now the next question would be, you are really good, Christina, at branding. So I just recommend everyone listening to go to Christina's website that will be in the show notes as well. And you have a lot of really emotional pictures there. There's also, we can see you flying in a helicopter, and I think it was skydiving and everything. So really exciting things. But above you have pictures with important people from all around the world who you met personally. And it seems to be that this is the hottest strategy at the moment concerning branding, to get these pictures with important experts, people that are well known online and offline. So what are your tips on how to start a good branding strategy for yourself, for your own brand?
Such a great question. So I think what I would recommend is that you truly want to add value to not only other people's lives. I mean, you can do that at any time, but I think where it gets critical and important is that people see that you, as a mentor or a coach or a consultant, that you also grow, that you keep growing, that you keep learning. And I want to inspire people to follow their hearts. I want to inspire people to really be in flow and to do whatever they feel like it's the next step. And it makes their heart sing and, makes their life so much happier. And the pictures I'm showcasing at the moment and that's just the last couple of years, I always wanted to fly into the Grand Canyon with a helicopter. And I just made the decision, and I went to a conference that was close to that helicopter place. So I did it. I did not allow fear or maybe the question like, it's not a cheap thing to go take a helicopter to go into the Grand Canyon. And I didn't allow any excuses to be in my way to make that dream come true. And the same is true for these experts. So I've met them at conferences. I hired them as my coaches. I masterminded with them. So whatever it is, I, for myself, take the next step to be a better version of myself and to grow. And I think it's important that you share that, because other people then can see, well, if she's hanging around with these people, then they spend time with her, so it must be worth that effort, which then has some kind of a, it's mirroring back to my personal growth. So they can see that, I'm not just making stuff up. I can back it up with my own success stories. And, people wouldn't spend time with you if, you were not, let's say, important enough. So I think for everybody who's looking for branding themselves in a better way, and, I missed so many opportunities of taking cool pictures. That's just a side note. But, really being mindful of where do you want to go and where are your mentors or people you are inspired by, where are they hanging out and how can you connect? So you can have that shortcut. You can be in their energy. You can be in that environment. You can feel what it would feel like if, that would be your day-to-day environment. You can kind of feel how they think, how they act, what they do. So surrounding you with the right people, and it needs to be the right people for you, right? If it would be somebody you don't have any interest in, I don't really think I would recommend that. But if you have people that you are looking up to and that you're totally excited about, go and get your picture taken, have the conversation, and really see where that leaves you inspired, and what ideas are you getting out of these connections.
That was a perfect explanation to branding. Would you say that when you accomplished branding yourself, that selling becomes much easier?
Yeah, definitely. So if people don't know you, and if they don't have an idea what you are about, then selling your services will be a bit more difficult. Because you have to accomplish people have to like you, they have to trust you, and only then they will come and buy from you. So just knowing that it probably needs like about 7 to 13 interactions before somebody says yes to you. Branding kind of helps to shorten that because it gives you the credibility. So when people see that you are developing, that you are investing into yourself, that you are making sure that you have your own growth in the market, then when you say, well, I'm teaching these and these things, it's more credible than when they don't see anything and you just have a pretty website, let's say with some flowers, but you kind of describe what you do. It doesn't really show who you are. And I think in our days where people can, Google you, where they can connect on all these different platforms, showing up as yourself, with the good and the bad, like, just being open of who you are, of what you have mastered, and also talking to them about the difficulties you have had, right? So when I started in sales, my heartbeat was really, really fast. My hand kind of shook when I dialed the first numbers I called. And, my throat was dry and my body temperature got higher than it usually is. And I learned to deal with these situations. So first of all, I can so relate to somebody who is in that situation right now. And I can really, truly support them because I've been there. And it is quite a long way, but, you can learn it. And I believe everybody can learn sales. So yeah, branding really helps for your credibility. It gets people excited about you. And it just, shows a part of you that might be of interest for your potential clients. So when you brand, make sure that it's with the right people that can support your message, and that, kind of, feed into what you love to teach.
Yeah, that was great and made it once again very clear that branding is important, but it is also important how you brand yourself and with whom in the end. So, Christine, before we wrap up this episode, I wanted to thank you for coming to Pure Mind Magic today and sharing some of your sales secrets and also the sales mindset secrets. I can't wait to do this masterclass with you. And as mentioned, you have your podcast, Hard Sales. This will be also in the show notes. So now it's on you, the last words of this episode, because I always love to leave my listeners in an inspirational magic mood for today so that they are ready to create some business magic out there. So you can share whatever you like, whether it's a business quote, something you learned from a mentor or something you picked up in a book or just something from your own brilliant mind. Whatever it is, the stage is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you for having me on your wonderful podcast. And I just love everything you are about. And it's so unique that you are putting together that mindset and magic. And I think it really supports people all over the world with the message you have to share. So thank you so much. I think what I want to leave people with is, well, first of all, have a look in the mirror and see who is looking back at you. And just understand that this gorgeous person looking back at you has talents. That person is totally unique. There is no other person in the whole wide world that has your experiences, that has your education, that had the path of life. So now you have something that's super, super unique and you want to give that to the world. So the next big step is you need to take action, because, you cannot just have the dreams delivered to you. You have to go and make it happen. And so one of my quotes I always share is stop just dreaming and act now. Because dreaming is great, but if you only dream, you will not achieve anything. So get into gear, do the next action steps, aligned action, what feels great to you, what feels true to you, and just go for it. Don't be afraid. Make it happen, because we both, Jennifer and I, we both know that everything is possible. You just have to take the first step towards your dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in today to Pure Mind Magic and the interview with Christine Schlonski. Remember to reserve your ticket for the Online Sales Mentality Makeover Masterclass now in May 2019. You will find the link directly below this episode. And you can also check out Christine's podcast, Hard Sells, when you want to dive deeper into selling. Also, you can have a look at my brand new online course, my first online course, where you can learn how you can build your personal or business network with the help of podcasting. With the link below, you get 90% off and just can have a look. There's also a money back guarantee, and I'm happy when you like it and get some value out of it. So I think this is a good motivation and inspiration for the weekend. So have a magical time and speak to you soon. Until then, create some magic.